What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Joe Bob's Bass here. No, that was wrong. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Tackle Tuesday here on Joe Bob's Bass. Super stoked as per usual. Today we are talking about the Shimano Curado DC bait casting reel. All right. Really, the main question and the main point I want to kind of get across today is this reel worth it? Obviously, there's always hype about the DC aspect of these reels, what they do, kind of the trendiness of them. Really, I just kind of wanted to give my review. I've been using this reel now for 2 years, and would I buy it again? Plain and simple, and that's kind of it, all right? I went with the 150 XG, so this is the extra high gear. I believe it's 8.5 gear ratio. It's got, I mean, it's really quality. Let's just stop there. I love Shimano products. I love Shimano reels. I've even got a couple of their spinning rods, an ultralight rod and a medium light rod that are really solid, especially for the price. This reel, though, comes in at around $260, $270. And that is a hefty price tag for a reel. It really is. So is it worth it? Is getting this for $270 worth that extra 70 or 80 bucks compared to like the Curado K, which is, from my understanding, pretty much the exact same reel without the DC aspect, right? Is it the same as the Curado M? I think that one's even a little bit cheaper, maybe 10 or 15 bucks cheaper than the Curado K. Who knows? But here's my hot take. Not worth it. I do not think that the DC aspect is worth it because, as far as my understanding, as far as my use of this reel has gone, the DC really only kind of comes into play when you have this thing cranked up all the way to setting 4, I believe, on the brinks, which is as high as it goes, right? I run this thing at 3, and I still will get a backlash every once in a while. Now, it's most of the time my fault. It's not a great cast, or I'm not paying attention, or I probably do something wrong. But when you throw it onto that 4, you will not backlash. You won't. However, your casting distance is dramatically cut. I can bomb this thing out. I mean, yeah, this will cast a mile and a half. I'm using 17-pound P-line CXX on here. It will cast a mile. When I turn it to 4 and that automatic DC component chips in, I lose a lot of that castability. Now, if it's really windy, if I'm casting into the wind, if I'm casting maybe a really light lure, which I don't really do a whole lot on this one, I might do that and it might help me. However, I don't think it's worth the price tag. I think just practicing and getting better with a bait caster is all that it takes. I don't think you need to pay $70, $80, even $100 more than a non-digital version of a reel just to get that effect. Now, it makes a cool sound. Sure, cool. Some people love it, some people hate it. You kind of tune it out after you've been using it a while. But really the comparison that I've got a Shimano Tranx 200. I will take that reel over this reel any day. It just feels a little bit smoother. Like I said, this reel is absolutely fantastic. It is high quality stuff. You're paying for what you get. But I think you save a little bit of money. You get the Curado K, and you've got pretty much the exact same reel without the little digital component aspect to it that I think personally is a little bit more gimmicky. However, now they do have some really pricey reels, right? The I forget the names of them. I know Daiwa just came out with them. Some of those really, I mean, we're talking $800, $900 reels with this kind of newer digital components in there. Those things seem to make a difference all the time. Like I said, on this one, you have to crank those brakes all the way up to 4 for it to do what it's supposed to do. So I just do not think that it's worth it. But really, that's just my take, guys. Let me know what you think. Have you used a DC reel? Have you been wanting one just because that little beep that it gets to make every time you cast? Or have you had bad experiences with them? Like I said, I've got a lot of Shimano gear. I absolutely love Shimano's quality and the longevity that I've gotten out of the products. But if this reel were to break, if I throw it in the lake, if it gets broken, whatever, stepped on, I'm probably not going to buy the Curado DC again. That's just my take. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.